Vikings, and with the Yaller horn bellowing throughout US Bank Stadium, a Nordic nation of 70,000 strong rises up with a cry of Skål to usher two teams into battle. Up next, it's our main event between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. On one sideline, look at the Lions head coach. These guys hoping that one loss last week doesn't become two here. Running the show across the field, that's the head coach of the Vikings. His guys, you can tell, enjoying the opportunity to host a game here on Christmas Day. I'm Kate Scott here with Brock Heward. Will Reichert on for the kick. And from Minneapolis, we're underway. He fields it from the 8. Showing a little burst so far. He's racing past midfield. He could get there. And he had everybody thinking 6 before he finally got to him and put an end to it.
I know what you were waiting for, what I was waiting for, and that was that official to raise his hand. I think we all assumed that was going to be taken to the house. It wasn't, but it could be in pretty short order because this offense now set up for some serious success.
So the Lions take the field for their first drive. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after... Can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, second and goal. Gets it again. And he's still going backwards as they get him behind the line. These last two snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on third down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
And he will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fox now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Rondale Moore. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. And here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. They're led out by the veteran from North Dakota State. Second pick back in 2016, Carson Wentz.
Can't really tell the Carson Wentz story without talking about his injuries. It really put a halt on an almost MVP start to his career. But he can look around the league and look at Baker Mayfield and Geno Smith and realize there can be late career resurrections, and he wants more.
Look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
It's a pickup of 3.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
At the 34-yard line.
Now Wentz. But fortunately, the Vikings stay calm. They were able to get to it. Crisis averted. They keep possession. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know, man, if I get that first cut, I can make him bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
From the gun on third down. His first throw is an interception. Jack Campbell with the INT. And the Lions get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for the Lions.
On the draw, this is Gibbs. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on first down. That little 8-yard scooch. Here comes 2nd and 2.
At the 21-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
13 yards on the play.
From the red zone now. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Fox now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Minnesota all set to go for its second drive. And I know it's early, Brock, but you can almost feel that they need some points to keep this lead from getting out of control and build up their confidence as well after drive number 1 ended in that interception.
Yeah, totally co-sign that, Kate. Every bit of it. It's an early deficit, but there's still a whole lot of game left. You don't need to make up for it right away. You just need to start to see those chains moving.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
This is Mason on 2nd down. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
He was taken down.
Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Brought in left side by Jefferson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year is over. And off the play fake, here's Goff. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. This is caught inside the 15. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 20-zip lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Lions push their lead to 21-zip already.
Vikings, nothing.
Fox now to kick this one away.
For the Lions.
Returning it from the 4. Keeps away from one. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings now set to take the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Wentz to throw. And the coverage is too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
All set to go now from the 35. To the air on first down. Here's Goff. Laporta with the grab. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. That's to Laporta again. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll go right side with Gibbs. Well, he might be close to this league growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down. You know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. Play action here with Goff. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions were running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And we haven't even reached the end of one, and already that's the 3rd time that he's thrown them into the end zone. It's hard to think of a better start he could be having than this. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions grow their lead yet again.
Vikings nothing. Jack Fox to kick
Fox
off
now to
for
kick
the
this one
Lions.
away. Moore with a return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now the Minnesota offense is running out. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer. Because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way. And as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
Oh, the football's loose. The Lions get to it. Won't manage anything after the recovery, so that is where they'll take over after the fumble.
This really should be the last place and the last down you expect to fumble on. There's still 2, 3, maybe more to work with. Just take care of the ball. Go down when you're hit and set up for 2nd down.
The offense headed out now for Detroit. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
And his perfect start is over. That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Goff on 3rd. He's going for it himself.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. The defense rallied, they responded, and forced a 4th down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Kind of a good thing they got the football where they did coming off that fumble recovery. It's disappointing as an offense when you can't move the ball. At least your kicker can pick you up.
He stopped on the run back at the 27. This is our last play of the quarter.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Wentz set to pass. That's complete. Here's Jones. And they'll get him down right along the line. So no gain is how we'll end the opening quarter. We play one here on Christmas Day. A whole lot to nothing is our score. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Now here's Wentz. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there, and a new set of downs. Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. To throw, Wentz. Goes right back to Jefferson, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Takes the handoff, now to throw.
36 yards.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
This QB is making it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
They send a tight end in motion. Working inside the red zone. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
To throw is Wentz. Escapes the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Vikings start to fight back with their first points of this game.
We know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with the brains, the processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. And he just put on a show.
Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings get it back to a full 3 possessions down, 24 points. Here's Reichert set to kick this away.
For the Vikings.
Khalif Raymond to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Shotgun snap here to go. Finds Laporta. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
Fresh set of downs now from the 39. On first down, it's Gibbs. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Ashman on the tackle. No gain on the play.
From the gun, gone. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
The goal of running that drag route was to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was merely room to add even more.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And this is the punt you want every time. It bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The Vikings returning their offense and this running back to the field. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. Doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
And the Vikings first down.
Now Wentz has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
36-yard line.
They're going play action.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Has a big strike to Addison. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
Motioning one of the tight ends.
And the Vikings first down.
Mason will try this one up the gut. Massive pitch. The ball's out. But fortunately, the Vikings stay calm. They were able to get to it. Crisis averted. They keep possession.
2nd and 8.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here's Wentz. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. Going the other way. Lions have it. That return doesn't get much, but it does get him across the midfield stripe.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do ever is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Lions and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. And he's in the midst of a phenomenal season. Right now you can see he's 2nd in the league in touchdown receptions. 1st and 10 now from the 46. They're going to throw now following the turnover. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun, gone. Short pass brought in. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd.
Trying to sneak here, gone. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for the Lions. First down.
All set to go now from the 35.
First down, Detroit.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. Sit tight. More coming your way from US Bank Stadium after this. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
First down, Lions.
Throwing is gone. Finds his man over the middle.
Ross
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the Vikings' 14-yard line.
Goff tosses that quickly out wide. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives them a first and goal. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. Back in the huddle. Here's first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Gibbs will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Minnesota spends its second timeout here, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
At the 4-yard line.
Goff setting the throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Running out of chances. Here's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Goff. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His third through the air this game. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions continue piling onto this lead. Fox now to kick this one away.
Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Moore with a return. Escapes the defender. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10. Wentz to throw. Now here he goes. And he goes down to avoid a hit, so give him a gain close to 4. That's going to set up second down.
It's now second and 6 at the 32-yard line.
They're throwing it. It's on the end route. Ooh, this is close, but I think it's going to be third down. Gain on the play up to the 38.
Brings up third down.
Rolling from the gun here. Oh, he's going to run for it. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
It's a gain of 18. And the Vikings...
Wentz sets a pass. Gets it to him on the screen. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Second and 3 now.
Mason. A 7-yard pickup.
Now here's Wentz.
Second and 3.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
For the Vikings field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's not going to do a ton against what is now a 28-point gap. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the AFC West. All right, Kate, thanks very much. Hope you're all having a very happy holiday season as we run through these final few games of the calendar year 2025. Here are the highlights. And it's the second-year quarterback, Bo Nix. One of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. The Broncos find a way. They win it by a point. With that, let's give you a look at the all-important playoff picture in the AFC here in Week 17. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Fox
Jack
now to
Fox
kick this one
to kick
away.
off for the Lions.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He dodged the tackle. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Working now from the gun. He's got it along the sideline. Not a lot of room for him. He makes it to the 34. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw, Wentz.
34-yard line.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards.
Heads out on the bootleg. Got for big yards on the right side. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30.
29. That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing it again here. Another one to Addison. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
To throw is Wentz.
The 20-yard line.
Throw is caught. And he's going to be taken down at the 8-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Another Vikings first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
One after try, good by Riker. And the Vikings cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
17.
Here's Riker, set to kick this away. Here's Raymond on the return. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
On the return.
The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Drive begins with Gibbs. And sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Number 0,
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. It does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Shotgun snap here to go. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Throw here, 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
Intended for Jameson.
The Lions readying for the punt.
Incomplete.
Jack Fox will kick it away.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Vikings back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. They give to Mason. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. So through some pretty blatant interference, he found a way to make the catch for the 1st down, Brock, and they can decline that penalty.
You know what you don't find in the NFL, Kate? You don't find receivers that aren't hungry. When that ball's in the air, they want to eat, and they will fight, and they will scratch, and they will claw through contact to make sure they get their touches.
Brought him down. A gain of a yard.
Now Wentz. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle came at the last moment to save the first, didn't it? That sets up 3rd and short from the 37.
Number 3, Jordan Addison.
He tries to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Vikings.
All set to go now from the 35.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Wentz. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Addison going in motion right. Straight ahead. Here's Mason. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down to the 16-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
At the 16-yard line.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to keep them from piling on those yards.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Now motion him out of the backfield. He's going to throw again on 2nd down. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. He slides down inside the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Mason has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
Mason again. This time he's got it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
Record there to tack on the extra points. And the Vikings get it back to a 14-point game. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's Raymond on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Lions and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this 2nd half. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
That's good. Ford on Lions. 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. And
they go play action with Goff.
1st down.
Wright reels it in. And he's tackled for no gain. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10. At the 34-yard line.
Goff to the air now. Screen here for Gibbs. Escapes a defender. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
And the Lions, 1st down.
Running it with David Montgomery. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Goff finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. Anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, Those are welcome bonus yards.
It's Gibbs on the carry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Play action here with Goff. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Incomplete.
Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter. Goff on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So just a lone quarter remains in our Christmas Day game. The Lions have fought their way to a strong lead in this one. They've got the football too. They'll send out the punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings and quarterback Carson Wentz ready for their next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Wentz to throw. On it and nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now give it to Mason. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So Brock, that means third down coming up. Empty the backfield and motion him out.
Third down and 9.
Third and long for him here. That one's caught by Jefferson. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down.
The Vikings.
Wentz sends a pass. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line.
Positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards. You didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
And 9 yards to go.
They'll throw, third and long. Going all the way to the end zone here. And that's a touchdown catch, at least for the moment. So, Brock, the guys are already walking backwards. You know what that means. I think this one's going to be on the offense. Don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Oof, best of luck here, guys. It's fourth and pretty far. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
This is Gibbs on second down. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down. First and 10.
Another one for Gibbs. And so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
1 yard.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Out of the shotgun, gone. Dumps it off to his running back.
Goff's pass. Complete to
Inside the 1. Here's first and goal.
out of bounds just shy of the goal line.
Trying to run with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down as this defense shows some backbone. Great stand to get him at the 2.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gets more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Option play. Here's Montgomery. And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions have likely locked up the win right there. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21.
Jack
Fox now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. This makes it up to the 25.
Vikings take over.
The Vikings and quarterback Carson Wentz ready for their next drive. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they've played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
Here's playing the drive. Here's Mason. Lost control of another one. And the Lions have recovered it. And they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
I'll tell you, Kate, by now, I think it's as much between the ears problem as it is anything technical ball security problem. After 3 fumbles in a game, he's got to get his head on right there on the sidelines before they will ever trust him to hang on the ball again.
The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And I'm having a little deja vu here, partner. We have seen this before. The offense headed out with a lead in this second half, thanks in large part to the turnovers generated by their defense.
Season after season, go ahead and look at the end of the year. The teams with the best turnover margin are typically the best teams in the league, and this team's making them pay yet again.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Goff tosses that quickly out wide. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Well, the defense was ready for that throw, stopping him right in his tracks, right at the line of
no
scrimmage.
gain on the play.
Third down, they need 7.
Third down and 7.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. It's his running back. And not much doing, he stops quickly.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Bates' kick is up and good. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Moore with a return. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. To throw is Wentz. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. For Jefferson, but it's intercepted. Jack Campbell at the INT. And the Lions take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
The Lions offense returning to the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. On first down, it's Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Lions about set to celebrate this win. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Hey, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Running it after the penalty. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
They'll go right side with Gibbs. Again, his number is called, and the defense read it once more, shutting him down. That brings up 4th down.
Fair or unfair, I sit in a little bit of a judgment seat next to you up here, Kate. I got to judge that one. That tells me that coach trusts his defense more than he does his offense in that situation.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. His kick is good at the ends, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So the Lions get the win on the road. And it's a very happy holiday for these guys as they take the victory here on Christmas. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.